Do you feel like you're getting real results every time you pick up your guitar to practice? Or are you feeling like sometimes your playing is worse than it was the last time you picked that thing up? In this short and powerful lesson, I'm going to show you an exciting new way to get long-lasting results in just 6 minutes of practice time. And be warned, you're never going to practice the same way ever again. You ready? Let's get into it. Now, what makes this style of practice so powerful and efficient is a concept called time blocking. And what these 6 minutes of practice time are going to entail are 3 time blocks of 2 minutes each. The first 2-minute time block is going to be spent with exercises, and I'm going to show you exactly which exercise in a second. The second 2-minute time block is going to focus on technique through riffs and licks. So any favorite riffs or licks that you know from your favorite songs or from your favorite GMM lessons, that would be the time to practice those. And the third 2-minute time block is going to consist of improvisation or challenging play. So 2 minutes of either playing over a backing track or 2 minutes on playing the hardest thing that you know how to play at that moment in time. And then once you've gone through all 3 time blocks in 6 minutes, you're going to stop the timer and then allow yourself to play a simple chord progression or just something that you know how to play really well. What you're going to notice is that your hands are going to feel much more free because you're able to play it cleaner, faster, and better than ever before. So let's get into this exercise that you're going to be doing in that first 2-minute time block. Now, you may have heard of the spider walk exercise. You may have even heard of the drunken spider walk exercise, but I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this one yet, and I like to call it the spider climb. It looks like this. Man, nothing really gets your fingers going like the spider climb. So that first initial chunk that I showed you is just what it looks like when you go up the strings, when you ascend, and then when you descend. But the whole intention of the exercise is to keep going and climbing all the way up. I just kind of go by the rule of by the time your first finger is on the 12th fret of your guitar, then you can stop. That might take about 2 minutes depending on the tempo that you practice it at. But let's break this down, okay? It's simpler than it looks, believe me. So we're going to start with our first finger on the 1st fret of the low E string, right? And similar to the spider walk in the sense that we're using all 4 of our fretting fingers, right? But instead of going in a linear way, right, in a linear path up the string, we're just doing 1 fret per string or 1 finger per string. So we're going 1st fret, then 2nd fret on the A string, then 3rd fret on the D string, and then 4th fret on the G string. And be sure to alternate pick this. So you're picking down, up, and it's just going to be down, up, alternating the whole way through. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go backwards, starting from the G string here. We're going to go to the 1st fret with our 1st finger, and then we're going to go 2nd fret on the D string with our 2nd finger, 3rd fret on the A string with our 3rd finger, and 4th fret on the E string with our 4th finger, with our pinky, right? So we're going. So it's just this weird inversion of what's happening, right? So we start going up the strings, and then we go down like that, right? Kind of like a staircase, you know? So it's like a spider climbing up a staircase. But then once we get to this part, we're going to move on. And we're going to start the whole pattern over, but starting on the A string. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we move on to the next, starting on the D string, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then starting on the high E string, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it seems like a lot to think about, but as long as you separate it into those little chunks, you know, it helps. So you have the first 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The ascending, then we're descending, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're moving up a string, starting on the A string, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from that string that we just landed on, we're going to restart the pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do the whole thing all over again, starting on the D string, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from where we left off on the high E string, we come back to 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now what you can do is you can kind of keep the heel of your palm close to the bridge of your guitar where the strings meet the bridge to kind of mute the notes a bit so that you don't have to worry about string noise and you can focus on just really positioning those fingers properly. Now once we get here, okay, once we've pretty much exhausted that whole pattern on these frets, we're going to start moving up a fret, right? And then we're going to descend. So it looks like this. Once we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then our pinky's going to shift up to the 5th fret here on the D string, and we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm numbering the frets here. 5, 4, 3, 2 from the D string, G string, B string, and high E string, right? Then we're going to play the 5th fret of the high E string with our pinky, and we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to climb up the stairs, right? Going that way. So just to show you how they connect, once we're here, right? And then once we're here, our pinky is going to reach up to the string above, and we're going to restart the pattern. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, and then with our pinky on the B string going 5, 4, 3, 2, landing on the A string, and then once we're on the A string, then our pinky goes up another string, finally to the low E string, and we repeat the pattern again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we bring it up here. 5, 4, 3, 2. So like I said, just think of it like this weird inverted staircase kind of climb, right? And once you get up to this point, right, when you keep moving up, you just shift that first finger up and start the whole pattern over again. It's so easy to get your fingers tripped up with this. So you want to really focus and slow down and just calculate every move, okay? Get used to the motion. Believe me, this is getting all 4 of your fretting fingers on the same playing field here. And it's really building the overall acrobatics of your fingers so that when you apply this to anything, even simple chord progressions, just the overall elasticity and range of motion in your hand is going to be vastly improved. And once you get the pattern down, it becomes relatively straightforward and you just move it up 1 fret at a time until you reach the point where your first finger is on the 12th fret, okay? And however long it takes you to do that, if you happen to make it, and you still have some time to spare before 2 minutes, then just keep going, Just one of those things where it's just helping you with overall precision with fretting the notes, getting across all the strings, making sure that your picking hand, right, when you're picking, especially alternate picking across all of the strings, it's a really great way to synchronize everything, okay? So when you practice this, right, like I said, start slow and really concentrate on the motion, the movement, the formation, and all that kind of stuff. And then you can sort of get a head start by kind of practicing that before you hit that timer. And then for 2 minutes, just try to comfortably and confidently walk it up the fret as best you can. And you may have noticed that exercise will give you plenty to do. So that's all you would need to worry about for that first 2-minute time block. Just focus on that exercise. And once those 2 minutes are up, you can move on to practicing your riffs and licks. So you've just learned a powerful formula for your practice sessions, the perfect exercise to improve dexterity, clean up your chops, sync up both of your hands so you can now play better all around. And now you want to see even bigger results in short, powerful practice sessions. And that's exactly why I am giving you the ultimate practice session cheat sheet completely free. This has helped thousands of guitar players get maximum results in the minimum amount of practice time possible. So click here to grab your copy or check the link in the description box. If you enjoyed this lesson, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. And if you need some riffs or licks to play in your 2-minute time block, be sure to check out our other lessons right over here. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm Eddie with Guitar Mastery Method, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.